Hello, my name is Miguel. I'm doing my first video with my voice in it, and the reason I'm speaking now is because I'm going to talk about the song of my latest video, Be The One by Yes. This song is a special song because it features a Chris Squire playing on his Photon bass, and I'm going to do sort of tutorial with this song, and also to show you how I make the study for a song when I'm going to do the bassline videos. This time it will not be on a regular bass, but it will be on the Photon. So what is the Photon? It's a bass with piccolo strings. Piccolo strings are strings that are tuned higher than the normal bass strings. Piccolo is Italian word meaning small, so usually it was used for the flute. You know, there is the piccolo flute, the small flute, which has a higher register, and then there is the same word applied to other instruments, and the piccolo bass will be a bass which is played also in a higher register. So what I did was to get a normal bass and put some piccolo bass strings. Now I'm going to show you what I did to start taking the notes from the song Be The One. So the first thing I noticed was the harmonics. The harmonics are very important because they show you how is the tuning of the bass, and by listening to the intro, not the intro but the section with the harmonics that's right after the intro, I could hear something like a chord, and this chord was a minor chord, and it wasn't exactly fitting on the normal tuning of the bass, which would be this one that I have here, which is E, A, D, G. So I tried to make the same thing. It sounded to me like Chris was playing like the 5th and the 7th fret to get something like, but it's not exactly the same because it doesn't make this minor chord that I was hearing. So I went to listen carefully what notes were playing there, and I arrived to the conclusion that the A string has to be changed in order to make this the same kind of harmonics that Chris was playing, and so it would be like a G minor chord. So I already have the D and the G here, and here it would be the D minor, but I have to change something to be exactly the chord, the minor chord. So what I did was to tune this A string to B flat. Okay? This sounds more like the harmonics on Be The One. I was listening a lot to this. This seems to be the main voice. So if I played it like this, these ones will sound a lot, which is okay, but I think maybe I should damp the G string when I'm hitting the three strings. So it's more like this. On the video, sometimes I took my finger, and sometimes this one is ringing more than it should in the original, but basically it's this. And then what I have is the next chord is like, you see? So this will be a C major. I thought it would be like this, okay? So I have already one part of the song. That's C minor. C. Now the C is on the second fret. Now I have here E flat and G. And then, so it's a kind of B flat with the sixth, which is the G. B flat, D, G. Na 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 and now so now it's a C sharp diminished, C sharp, E, G, and then C major, C, E, G, and then we come back again to So another thing I noticed is that when there is this C major chord starting here, there is a leap from C to C to make the C minor. And to my ears, this leap seems to be in the same string, and by doing this I'm jumping from this string, from the D string to the A string, which now is a B flat, and this doesn't produce a full glide from one note to the other. So my option was to go from this C, which is just after the octave, and this sounded more like what it might have been done by Chris, and then I realized that if I already know that this C major is being played like this, just like I did before, so it also can be made here. So this is exactly what I'm playing here, but with different strings. here. So my conclusion is that it makes more sense to make instead of and plus you have to pay attention to open strings, and if you go and listen to the original version, it sounds like this is ringing like an open string. So the C major is this one. It's the same inversion. So to summarize, we have and then I can do the glide. So I still don't know exactly what to do with this string, but if you and that's what I did, I went to listen to the other repetitions of this fragment, and I heard that this string is not the initial E, but it's a D. So I'm going to put this string to D. So now I have this kind of G minor open tuning. And so and sometimes you will listen that this very beautiful chord. Sometimes not all strings are played, sometimes just like this, but you may check on the original video. So this was how I came up with my theory of the tuning that was used for this song. So it's really interesting that I think initially Chris might have just used the tuning to produce the harmonics, and then would figure out how to make the chords that he would use on the rest of his creation, but it seems like a crazy kind of tuning, not very usual to have here a B flat, but then I think that the chords that you may play are very interesting, sounds different than a regular instrument, and then with this you can create something different. So another evidence of the low string being a D is a low D is that when we are making this harmonics and then we hear and going to the be the one, okay? Here you can also listen to the low D being played. And so then the song goes to the kind of the chorus, which also is the intro. We can, at least of the first part. So what is this chord? This chord will be E flat major, which can be played like this: E flat, then B flat, E flat again, and the third, which is G, and then and goes to C. Sorry, to B flat. Okay, so I imagined that Chris would use his thumb as he uses a lot to make this chord. So that's why I also opted to make this kind of how do I call it, digitizing the fingering for the chords using the thumb. Okay, so then the voice in the top string makes B flat, A, G, and then I go to B flat, and then so we have an F, which is the fifth of the B flat chord, power chord if you want to. F, E flat, D, and then we go to C minor again, and then F, G. Okay? This is just a single string playing. So a small variation of the chords that we have learned so far is when John is singing repeatedly, "I'll be there." I'll be there. Sometimes, and then it goes. So it goes to the C sharp diminished and C major. Okay, C minor, C sharp diminished, and C major, and then it goes again to. So this is the first part of the song, and it goes again. Okay, so now it's going to start the second part of the song. Okay, so when we go to the second part of the song, is based around a progression in which Chris is playing basically root fifth chords, and the root fifth chords here in these the bottom strings, they are played like this. Okay, so this will be G, and if you follow now, it will be like this. This is very interesting because you have also a D and a G here, so you can play all the strings, although I don't think he plays like that in this section, but later he will play with all the open strings, and this is where this tuning is working really interesting. Okay. And then the other part, which is E flat, F and G. And then different variation. Always like this. So if you know the chords, like if you were playing that on a regular guitar, then you just have to make the adaptation to this kind of tuning. Okay? And then it makes like this kind of leading into the, again, same chords and the same. So now we are going to the section where we are going to enter Steve Howe's solo. It comes from the chorus. We are here. But then we have the C major that we have already covered, and then it goes single notes and B flat, but with the open strings. So it creates this beautiful chord, and then all the chords that are going afterwards are using also the D and the G open. Okay, and then it goes to D like this, and then it harmonizes with Steve's solo, and then C, and then again A, G, and then we are again in the chorus. Again the same. And then a couple of times, and then we are back in the harmonics, the final harmonics section, which will be okay. So to see how this works all together, then I suggest you will see the video that I made previously which is available on my channel. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial Mark 0. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank to everyone who has followed my channel and my site, miguelbeis.com, throughout all these years, and I hope that I will continue to present my clips. I don't know if I will make any other tutorial like this. Probably yes, but for the meantime, that's it. That's my first experience with this kind of tutorials. So thank you to everyone, and as you may have noticed, I am wearing my Chris Quiet t-shirt with beautiful design from Julie Oakes, and the bracelet of Ruth Zurawka. I think I pronounced more or less correctly, and so obviously thank you, Chris, for everything. See you soon. Bye bye.